Hey. We're here outside the Luxembourg Gardens about to do a Black History tour. Should be fun.
Start because there's a lot of material, and when the others catch up, I'll try to bring them up to date as we walk around. And then you asked me questions. New Orleans jazz, and many people recognize New Orleans jazz as being the original form of jazz to come out of. Or the French had not heard jazz performed. They had heard other forms of African American music. Went on after the war to become quite a successful jazz musician. Where others pedestrians pass behind you when they walk by. Where Chester Himes, and this is Chester Himes. A house on the land. And the people of Maria, Spain, apparently they liked him. Himes was born in Jefferson City, Missouri, and he committed armed robbery and was caught and sentenced to 20 years at Ohio State Penitentiary. He served 7.5 years of that sentence. And while he was imprisoned at Ohio State today, at 60 Acres Garden today, that resembled the Boboli Garden in Florence, Italy. In the palace, which you will see when we walk by it a little bit later, the palace is and when he died in 1870, he was buried in the little town where he was born, in this town cemetery. But in 2002, in the northeastern portion of South America, when the curtain fell, some applauded wildly, others booed in derision. Defenders and detractors alike shared one reaction: shock. No one had ever witnessed such unbridled sexuality on a stage. Wealthy, and if they could afford it, they would send their sons to Paris for an advanced education. And in fact, what I've read is that you had to leave Louisiana, whether you were black or white, to get an advanced education at that time. But also they liked his stagecraft, because in many of the theaters, not here, but in one of the theaters, for example, Williamsburg, Virginia, she was
Yeah.
Zora. Zora's going to translate
I can do it.
in a loud voice.
I can do that.
Okay.
It says, for their struggles and their profound desire for dignity and liberty, the slaves of the French colonies contributed to the universality of human rights and the ideal of freedom, equality, and brotherhood, which is the foundation of our republic. Here, France honors them.
Very good.
Well done. Wow.
Well done.
No worries.
Take French.
Yeah, I can-
Liberty, equality, and brotherhood. The French what? Sculpture. This is a timeline of slavery in the French colony before slavery was abolished. In 1802 it was reestablished when Napoleon came into power, and then in 1848 it was abolished definitively for the second time. And this is a short excerpt from Aimé Césaire's poem called Notebook on a Return to My Native Land. That's what Aimé Césaire says. He says, standing in the rigging, standing at the tiller, standing at the compass, standing at the map, standing under the stars, standing and free. So he is then describing
To COVID Garden.
COVID?
COVID. Yeah,
That's
not
what we did.
COVID.
thought it
COVID
was too.
Garden. Really cool.
Like,
The
that's
trains are
interesting.
really easy to use too. You just
Oh,
take
good.
a debit card and pop it on there, and then when you leave, you pop it on there.
Oh.
Really easy to use. We've never been. South of London. That's what our taxi driver told us. We've never
Okay.
been. I just
Okay.
ask about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
Cab drivers are excellent.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
overall
it's
great
fun.
experience.
Awesome.
Hey, thanks again.
We had a great tour of Paris Black History with our tour guide Tom, and now we're exploring the Luxembourg Gardens. This whole tour took us around different spots around and in the Luxembourg Gardens that related to Black history. Not just Black American history, but it was about half Black American history and half general Black history related to French history. Yeah, it was really good. We learned a lot, and now we're exploring the garden. They're having a boat race.
Oh, il fait le tour, regarde. Ça vient, je vais le récupérer.
Go.
Right, we're headed to have lunch at one of the cafes where a famous Black writer wrote a lot of his books and novels and plays. So I'm excited about that.